What is up, everybody? We are here. It's Wednesday, April 20, whatever. And you already know. Yeah, you see, I don't give a shit about dates anymore. It's April 28th. It's Wednesday. And if you're on these people's interwebs, just like the rest of us, it's time for the Random Talk Indie Music Show, brought to you by Mix Radio. We're broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, and let me look at Twitch. Yes, and on Twitch as well. Audio feed will be available. It's also live on mixler.com/Mix Radio. If you can't catch either the visuals or the audio, of course, you can always come back and listen in and view us. If y'all hear a little something in the background on my end, I have this fan right here because it is hotter than the devil's balls outside. It is not quite hot enough for the air conditioning. You feel what I'm saying? But in case you are tuning in with us for the first time, we do welcome you to the foolery, the fuckery, and all of the shenanigans that is the RTIM show. We are indeed your host. I am 759, always on the screen, ready to do my thing, joined by my co-host, everyone's favorite Mix. Listen to that. Listen to that. She had to have her own little jingle. Everyone's favorite Mix. The Bronx bully, the beast from the east with a gap in the teeth, but it's perfectly okay. AKA Merciless Minx, AKA Miss Rebrand, AKA a bunch of other AKAs. It's my homegirl, Minx Couture, Minx Contour, Minx Cooter. Call her what you want to call her. Just don't call her a copycat. Do they dig Minx? Dig.
I hope they dig.
and someone is mad early.
Very extremely. Hold on. Oh, yes. Hey, you came. Well, you came very early. But
Super early.
what's up?
Well, hey, bestie.
Hi, everybody.
Hey. What is going on? What you eat for dinner today?
eBay. Go ahead. Talk.
What you eat for dinner today, bestie?
eBay.
eBay. You know, I had some pizza today. It was pretty good. It was all right, but I'm sure your dinner was better. Let me throw you some hearts because I know you deserve them. Here you go. There you go. What up, Gino? Gang, gang. All right. Yeah, yeah.
You said hi to everybody. You good? Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Deuces, bestie.
All right.
Yeet.
I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
What's this, babe? What's up, Mayday?
Yeah, so
She wanted to beat me to the punch. She's like,
yeah, she beat you. Little Gina's like, don't meet me there, beat me there, bitch.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
she is there.
everybody. This is everyone's favorite Minx, and I am
Yes.
in this biatch. I am here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I meant to give you this because you know. But shout out to our junior program director. She usually comes in like quarter after. Oh, look at my hair just sticking up, giving me alfalfa vibes. Jesus. Doink, hey, bitch. It's actually long enough I can kind of give you a little
Preview.
ponytail. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Give you a little hang down at the bottom, a little couple of, trying something different. It's gonna look like an antenna for a while, but I don't give a shit. Shout out to everybody on caffeine. Yes, we are also on caffeine, and I'm wearing my favorite shirt today.
Ooh.
You know what? I'm not a big. I don't really follow, signs and moons, and when people say Mercury is in retrograde, I have no idea what none of this means. But I do know that this past full moon has everybody wilding the fuck out. Like the energy is definitely different. I noticed that in my residents. Like a few of them was acting out of the ordinary, and well. And
Oh yeah.
there was no different. It was a little chaotic, but everything went the way it went. Nobody got hurt. So I mean, it was nothing bad, but I'm just saying, and the end game is, nobody got hurt. So
Well, there definitely is something going on with the. Well, I wouldn't say. Well, it might be because of the retrograde and shit. But I had
Mercury's in Gatorade.
right. I think it was 2 nights ago. I had like something I haven't had since I was in high school, and it was a really, really bad anxiety attack.
Wow.
I haven't had one of those in a very long time, and I'm so happy though, because a lot of people they get one and they can't get out of it. They just can't shake it.
Right.
Um, I was able to coach myself to let myself know that whatever I was thinking or feeling was not real. It was because of our lady friend that it's not really our friend,
That
and
bitch.
and yeah, I just had to. I always tell people when you find yourself going into an anxiety attack, just try to be creative somehow. Draw, color, take your mind off of what is scaring you or whatever. And yeah, I was able to come out of that. It took me about a day to get out of it. It just kept coming, and I was like, "What? I've never had this before." But of course, we know with all the events and things that's going on. I know one of them was triggered because of Minx Radio's website. Um, I finally finished it last night. I was up until, which hasn't been for a very long time, like 3:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to, I mean, people think that coming up with a website is easy. It's not. Because I'm sitting here saying, what should I take off? What should I keep? What do I want people to see when they first visit the site? Do I want the logo? Do I not want the logo? And now I got to do the RTIM page because I bought some templates. So, at least it'll look really, really cool. So now Minx Radio looks like a real I would say hip hop blog, if anything. Looks like
Okay.
a real hip hop blog, but
Oh,
I
he
try to keep
stays
myself
busy.
as busy as possible with a lot of things going on personally, but um we are all we have. We. I'm not talking your friends and family, and we as in ourselves are all we have, so we have to be straight at all times.
At all times. Because if you ain't got you, who else do you have?
That car. Oh, and backfired at everything.
Oh,
Jeez Louise.
jeez Louise. Well, y'all already know what time it is. Before we get started with any of the foolery, fucking shenanigans, I got to give y'all one of these. Pull this on out. Dust it off. Look at that shine. It's that good old. Yes, that's it.
Oh, wow. Thank you for the follow.
That is it. That was right on point too.
That I know.
Right when the little thing went over the. Bring.
Right on cue. I like
Yeah.
this. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is the good old here, nigga. Damn. Award because you didn't ask for it, but like everything else, like Apple tried to do with the Black American voices, they gave it to us. We didn't ask for it, but there it was, and I was not impressed. So this is our equivalent of the Here Nigga Damn Award. You probably get one close to the end of the show. Y'all already know how I do. And let's see what else. Yes, head on over to minxradio.com for past and current episodes of the Minx Show podcast. Be sure to hit that Minx Mafia merch tab. Get you some mama.
Mama.
Mana. Do. Yeah, get you a coffee cup, some socks, tank top. You know it's hot as shit. So put the hoodies up, get you a tank top, get you a t-shirt. You know, show your support for the Minx Show podcast and Minx Radio. We'd appreciate.
We really do.
We really would appreciate. Let's see. I was really about to hit the wrong damn button on that. See, every time I add something, it moves everything. Why you gotta move shit? Oh, here we go. I got it. Okay, and also, there we go. Yeah. Join the new industry movement on Telegraph. That's for y'all tinfoil hatters, for y'all rabbit holers, for your conspiracy theorists, for those that get on YouTube and scare themselves awake. You can't go to sleep. This is for y'all. This is no industry movement isn't just about music. It is music related, but it's also about, you know, probably some celebrity goings ons that y'all don't know about that isn't easily Googleable that Minx so happens to run across. I don't know how she gets her information, but that's that's where you would go for all the rabbit hole stuff. Is the new industry movement on Telegraph. That app is free and available for iOS and Android. If you would like to send your music, please and thank you. Submissions at minxradio.com. All we need is one good track, one good video. We don't need an EP, LP, single disc. We don't need the deluxe. We don't need none of that. We just need one hot song. And so far, since we have been bringing back the indie music in the RTIM show, we've been getting some heat. So y'all keep sending it, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, Minx goes out and finds it, like the hunter that she is. So, you know, we doing y'all a favor.
I need good music. All good music.
All good music. It's got to be heat. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be hot. When you can't play it in the spot, you're going to get what you got. Should be a rapper. Yeah. Also follow us on our social medias. Minx is at Brewha Bars on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. She also has an OnlyFans. But that's not what you think. She ain't gonna pop out a titty or nothing. I'm on IG and Twitter as well, 759_434, and also at 7_5_9 beats VA. Damn, that is a lot. I do that to myself.
Big. It's a mouthful.
It is. Pause. Yeah.
I can't with you.
Well, listen, this is the random talk. So, yeah, that's that on that. Oh, wait. One more. If you would like to give to the RTIM show, you know, you like to donate a little something, we'd appreciate it. All proceeds will go back into Minx Radio, making sure our websites are running smoothly, make sure everything's running perfectly. or damn near perfect, so we can provide some decent content for you guys. And that's that on us. Yeah. And we here.
We are here.
And we live. Shout out to everybody on Caffeine, YouTube, and Facebook, and Twiznitch. Y'all the shiznit. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the shiggity shit, shall we?
Yes. Yes.
All
yes.
right. Haven't played that in a while.
Where have you been with that?
I know I've been rusty. I've been adding all these effects, but like I tell you, every time I add one, they move and shift, and I have to like really look for them now. So today was the return of Rory and Maul of the Joe Budden podcast. The first 30 minutes were very tense, at least to me. Apparently there are some issues that still need to be worked out, but of course, Joe being Joe and being a Virgo, he's just not going to let that happen. The reason why I bring this up is, this is important because during Maul and Rory's absence, Joe put in Ish and Ice, his homeboys, and when Maul addressed this situation, he pretty much, in not so many words, said, the pod should have took a back seat while we worked this out.
Right.
Because Maul is all about respect, which should be about respect first and foremost. That's why if you follow him on Twitter, he pinned a tweet right when shit started to go off, and he said respect is non-negotiable.
Right.
Which is all facts. So Maul's whole
I did this because people come in and the first thing they say is, "What we talking about?"
We talking about the Joe Budden podcast. God, follow. No, I'm kidding. But welcome. But his whole thing is respect for the brand that they help create, that they help build. So Maul was like, I felt some kind of way because, and I'm not mad that Ish and I stepped up, but if you was my homeboy, if you respected me, if you respected what we helped build over 7 years, the pod should have took a hiatus as well, right, as we worked this out as grown men. Parks, however, did have a reasonable, comeback. This is employment to some and a lot of people.
Right.
For some, this is their only mode of income. So while y'all are going through your thing, you got their cameraman. He needs to get paid.
Yeah.
You got Parks, the engineer. He's got to get paid. You've got, your sponsors. You got this, you got this. So you have contractual agreements that you have to uphold regardless of any bullshit that y'all have personally. So I kind of understood Maul's stance, but I leaned more towards Parks. It was like, okay, this is a place of employment. We can't just stop production because we're upset at each other. So that being said, seeing how it's just Minx and I, if there were 2 more hosts and me and Minx fall out, while I understand that, the show must go on, one monkey ain't gonna stop no show, I would not, I would feel away, yes. But seeing how we are both, this is both of our brands, I would want the brand to keep going, to keep growing as well. I wouldn't be jealous that Minx and our other 2 co-hosts decided to move on without me for a while. As long as we're able to hash out, or if we can't, like Maul said, if we can't hash it out as men, there's no ill will. We just can't do business, and it is what it is.
Which is noble, which is fair.
Which is fair. At the same time, once again, this is a place of employment. You can't just shut down a whole building because one person got a gripe.
Right.
But as respect. And also, they kept the fans just hanging on. Like, okay, well, what's going on? What's going on? So everybody's speculating. Everybody's assuming. or maybe it's money. Joe always messes up his friendships. He messes up his business. He messes. He da 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 da. So everybody's got opinions on the keys. Well, without saying it, I mean, they had some personal tension. It wasn't real beef. It wasn't fisticuffs. It was nothing like that. It's just they were burnt out. I
That's
mean, you've been podding nonstop. And eventually, because they're such close friends as well, because Maul and Joe been friends since Joe's career, and and Rory and Joe have been friends since Roy was a little younger. I mean, you get on each other's nerves.
mm-hmm.
I would want you Minx to come to me and say, "Look, bitch, you getting on my nerves. We got some shit we got to talk about." And if we can't hash it out, then the RTIM show would probably go on without me. She would probably just do it herself, or she'll find somebody else.
But you know what? I think one of the biggest problems too, and I've seen this throughout the entire pandemic, getting into the podcast game is, and I was talking to a couple of people on TikTok about this today. I always say, like, the purpose of podcasting, some of us do it because we need an outlet to talk and relate to people. Other people, they take this seriously. Like, it is a job. Like, they are devoted to the time of obviously being on time, having episodes ready, prepared. They just are on point with their game.
Right.
9 times out of 10, what I find is that, because in the beginning of podcasting, for the Mink show, there was a lot of people that kept saying, can you talk about anything else besides music though? Because I'm pretty sure you have, like, some great ideas and life stories. And the whole concept of RTIM at that time, I was like, I know I wanted to do a show like RTIM, but I didn't have it as RTIM. I had it as something totally different.
Right.
But we don't really meet people that are as devoted to shit as we are. So when we get an idea, like I always say, you have people that they just love the idea of making ideas. When the moment comes that they actually have to do, and they see that there's actual hard work that's behind it, that there's dedication that's behind it, there's even some, personal investments behind it, and you have more than one person that's involved in that fruition of that idea,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to see a lot of friendships fall out. Even people that, you try to bring somebody on and they're automatically saying, oh my God, they're trying to replace me. And it just creates drama because of people being worried. So
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, I always feel like, like maybe Joe Budden should just be Joe Budden. I mean, he's burning a lot of bridges, even though bridges he's crossed were burned under his feet. And he's not, like, it's like now he's in the position of power because now I got the Patreon, and the Patreon is what feeds this baby. This is what, kind of puts WD-40 on that hamster wheel.
Yeah.
And now you're in a situation where you are the boss. So now you're going to have people looking at you funny because, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be looked at as the boss. He wants to be looked at as, like, among his peers. But, your name is the Joe Budden Podcast.
Yeah, that's the brand, the Joe Budden Network. Like, that's a whole entire brand.
I felt some kind of way too, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm Minx and you're Joe Buttons, and it's Joe Budden and Minx. Like, you ain't no.
Small parentheses and Minx. Like, so tiny you can't see the shit. But but the thing is, at the end of the day, they're still friends. But sometimes your friendship can kind of ruin business and vice versa. That's why, I mean, unless you two are exactly alike, I mean, the friendship and business will either prosper or it's going to crash and burn. So far, Minx and I have been podcasting together for what?
Almost 2-3 years, 2 years?
2, 3, yeah, going on 3.
Yeah.
And so far, so good.
I mean, trust me when I say I've seen other, like, podcast duos, and a lot of times I feel that it's either A, they're too friendly.
Yeah.
And they're talking about everything but the topic. And I'm like, it's almost like when you go to a cookout or something and everybody knows each other but you, and everyone just has stories, and you're just like, oh, wow. Oh,
And you're none of them.
like, I don't have any memories with these people. So like some podcasts, I really feel like I'm like, yo, I know y'all are friends outside of this shit, but damn, like, can we get to know
Right.
you guys individually?
Right. And
Yeah.
see also when it comes to podcasting.
Hold on. What is this?
Oh,
What is it?
what is that? Rap snacks. Oh my.
That's dope.
You got the biggest snacks.
Don't
Is that
those
those are Biggie snacks.
Biggie snacks?
Yeah.
Did you get the sugar? Oh my god.
They got some Cardi B chips too. I was gonna try.
The Cardi B chips, yeah, I wanted to try that.
Yeah. They're in the black bag too. You better save that bag. That's gonna be worth something.
Yeah, she said save that bag. It's gonna be worth something.
Gang gang.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what was that?
That's what it sounds like when an idea hits my head, and it's kind of cool.
Like bling.
But then, of course, like back to the podcast shit, like you got people that, you got a duo, but they literally have nothing in common.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, she has a mic just like you. That's about it. There's no, chemistry is everything, and a
Like,
lot.
oh look, she has a keyboard.
Right. Chemistry is everything, and
Chemistry is everything. Like we have to be able to feed off of each other. And if we do have like a disagreement, it ain't gonna sound like I'm beefing with Minx.
yeah,
And it ain't gonna sound like she's beefing with me. However, she can catch these hands if she knocking. You know what I'm saying? Dead ass. Hold on. I got you. Hold on.
Dead ass, me.
Like if you want the if you want the hands, you come get them. But sometimes, my other podcast, my first podcast didn't quite make it because was a lot of things. Number one, COVID. Number two, inconsistency. Number three, lack of engagement, lack of support. So there's a lot of things that go into podcasting. But first and foremost, my thing is consistency first and foremost. Like
if you're consistent, it becomes a second nature. Like you shouldn't have to pull teeth. Like, hey, we got a show tonight, right? Oh, we do. Oh, because I kind of made plans.
You're right. See, the days that we do live. So
right.
Yeah. I mean, and this is no shade to nobody. It's just me being me and being I'm a procrastinator, but I am so punctual.
No wonder.
Wait a minute. Do what?
Hold on. URL prime time.
Oh, that's why you got kicked off?
I got kicked off?
Oh, I was asking. I thought you got kicked off. Never mind. No, you're good. You're still good.
No. Because I was looking. I was like, people keep popping in and leaving. Why? Now I know why, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it because you know what, y'all, we're gonna be making a nice little partnership very soon. Don't worry, they will come running.
By then it's gonna be too late. But yeah.
Facts.
It'll be too late. No.
You wasn't with us when we were shooting in the gym. Okay.
Yeah, no. You lost your chance. Down the drain you go. But yeah, I'm such a procrastinator, but I'm super, super punctual. So when I say, the show starts at 12, I need you here at 11:45 because I have to set up cameras. And this was my old setup. I had 2 iPhones at the time. My friend of mine gave me hers. So I had 2 iPhones and my iPad. My iPad was operating the cameras to do the camera switches. I mean, I had this whole elaborate thing. I had the music set up. I had to do this. I had to do this. I had to do this. Like I had no help, like topics and music. And I had to coordinate all of this. So when I tell my guests, my co-host, my whoever, I need you here at 11:45 so we can make sure that the Wi-Fi is good, make sure your internet's good. So if you're going to go live, I need you to set up your tripod. I need you to set up, and that's pre-production bulls. Like this is what you have to do. Pre-production. That's being on time for. Now, Maul, on the other hand, is not very punctual. He is a Libra, but he is not punctual.
What?
He's the one that's always the fuck late.
A non-punctual Libra? That sounds like a joke.
Crazy, right? So he's the one that's late most of the time. And a lot of times when you see the visuals, he's on his phone. He chimes in there so often, but he's on his, I mean, not disrespectfully like on his phone the whole entire time, but as they're talking about subjects, he's like doing this. Then he'll put his phone down for a little bit, laugh, kiki, da da da. Then he's back to this. Like, if you don't want to be there,
Just say it.
don't just say that. Like, don't waste my time. Just let me know. I'll pull the plug on this shit right now, or I can rebrand like I did, and this is what happened.
Right.
Because the whole idea of podcasting, like I had this idea for a year before I even acted on it. And the person that I asked to co-host with me, he was like, yeah, do that. We're going to go live on Facebook and we're going to do this and da 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 da. Everything was going great. We was getting the music. We was getting the guests. We was getting this. And then as it went on, we had been podcasting together for like 2 years. And then it was like, here comes excuses. Here comes this. Here comes. Then here comes my guest coming in late. They got to smoke first before they do anything. They got to check their phone. One interview I did, old boy was making plays on the phone the whole entire time. Highly unprofessional. I don't care if this was my crib. I don't care where the fuck I set up at. This is a podcast. And it's highly disrespectful for you to come into someone's space after they asked for you, being nice, being cool, being nice to you, helping you out. And I don't want to say do you a favor, but I was indeed doing you a favor for free, no less. The least I can get out of you is punctuality. And smoke before you come. Damn. That's a whole nother 20 minutes. I gotta wait for you to roll up. I gotta wait for you to smoke. I gotta wait for you to get high. I gotta wait. Meanwhile, 12 has come and gone. It is now 12:45. My show is from 12 to 2. I've wasted 45 minutes waiting on you.
See, that's the thing, even doing a podcast by myself, because I know a lot of people, at the time, people have said like, how do you do it all by yourself? Like, I couldn't imagine doing a podcast by myself. And I'm like,
sometimes you have to.
I said, look, what I like about podcasting, well, I don't really feel like I'm ever podcasting by myself, because if I'm live and people are co-hosting with me in the comments, it feels like I have something to, go off of, build off of.
Right.
But then of course you have like when I first started podcasting, people were always coming to me and telling me what I was doing was wrong, but yet adapting my practices into their own shit.
That part.
So I literally, people they don't want to tell you that I admire and respect what you're doing. It's different, and Godspeed. I think that's dope. Because at the time, like besides you and myself, that we were like the only people that were going live with our podcast, and people were saying, technically that's not a podcast because you guys are live. Well, no, technically it is, because the Breakfast Club is fucking live and they're a podcast.
They're categorized as one. They sure are.
And
and they're radio.
Yeah, and they're well. You know what? I know we had this debate a long time ago, because
we've had it twice, maybe.
Yeah, and you were like, "Oh, it's."
I mean, but they broadcast on a syndicated radio station,
right? And they do curse, but that's what I'm saying. There has to be like some sort of delay, but technically, they say a podcast is a show that is pre-recorded, where somebody can act. It's a radio show that's pre-recorded. Basically, that's what a podcast is. Whereas now, you're talking, people turned podcasting into, and I talk to like hardcore podcasters that do like crime stories and history shit. So they feel some kind of way about us, like how we feel about producers that need to have help with melodies and shit. And we're just like, well, it took us a long time. So now you're talking to people that have been in radio for years that have now become podcasters. So when they see someone like us and they're like, but you do a live stream, how is that a podcast? It's because it's a replay. It's the replay value. Yeah, we recorded live, but what's the difference? But I do see what people are saying, because that we know everybody can't do this shit. This shit is not for everybody. You have to be relatable. I know I saw a TikTok the other day, this guy that was talking shit about live streamers, but everything he said was right. Everything he said was right. There is a certain, like, you don't have to have the same live stream like everybody else. Like, I know a couple of dope live streamers that don't have overlays. They They don't have the comments on the screen. They just literally put their phone up and they're just talking.
Yeah.
That's cool. That works for them. That's their layout. But you don't necessarily have to do what everybody else is doing
Right.
to qualify. The only thing you have to do is just have good audio quality. I don't care if you're recording it on your phone or whatever. Just have good audio quality. Make sure that I shouldn't hear like it shouldn't sound like you're under a bathroom sink and we can't hear shit. That's about it.
Right.
But
I mean, at least and also have some interesting topics,
yeah, like some people though, I'm not gonna front. I've had people come to me. Like I hate the fact that people make me feel like I'm a podcast guru or some shit because I'm not. I'm the worst podcaster ever. Even when I listen to my shit, I count how many times I say see, uh, 3. So people would send me like their podcast, like before it went live or anything, which made me feel very special that they cared about my opinion. And they would send me and says, "Hey, Minx, I just started a new podcast and I just would love for you to check it out and, give me some pointers or tips and let me know if this is something I should put out there publicly." I said, "Sure." So I'll listen to it. And, I never really have any complaints because it's your show. You know what I'm saying? It's your show.
Right.
But the only thing I would say to them is, look, I would just work on the audio quality. I would try to get a better microphone. I can give you some recommendations on that, maybe some mixers and stuff that can help you sound at like your best. I'm like, I like it. I think it's cool. And again, I told you I had one chick. She has a podcast and she literally just puts on her AirPods. She rolls up and walks around Brooklyn talking about real shit. Like some of the shit she'd be talking about, it's like you don't even care. Like it just sounds like you just took a L walk with somebody and you're just listening to like her gripes about certain shit that people do, which is usually about LGBTQ, what else? Racism, drug dealers that you can't find because how are you a drug dealer? Why do I got to chase you down type
Right.
shit? Work related things like, business related things, starting a side hustle. She was giving some OnlyFans tips. And, she doesn't go on for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. She just go 30 minutes. She plays a song that one of her friends sends her to play. She says her piece. And then she tells you in the end, "Oh, don't smoke weed. Get it to me and I'll smoke it for you." That's what she said.
I like that. That's a dope tagline. I like that.
Yo, and I wait for it every time. Like it's coming. I'm looking at the time. It's like 15 seconds left. I'm like, when is she gonna say it? And she goes, and sometimes I like to come on here and politic a little bit. But as always, I'm like, don't smoke weed.
Get it to me. I'll smoke it for you.
But shout out to her, yo. Shout out to her. I'll be bugging her like, yo.
We gotta get her on for a little chop up.
Yo, she's really dope. She's really dope.
Yeah, we gotta get her on there.
She does cosplaying. She does all that shit. And, I admire and respect her. She's very comfortable with her sexuality. She believes in hoes, but she's like, I ain't one. But me and my man, we gonna make money off of this. We are in a pandemic and y'all think we're kind of cute. I'm like, I support you. I don't want to see that, but I support you. I like you and I like what you do. So shout out to her. And I would love to have her come on because, she definitely is the truth of she's what's the word? The voice of reason. She's the voice of reason. And, I really like that. But don't let anything discourage you from starting a podcast. Give it about record 5 episodes. This is what I tell them. Record 5 episodes straight. Don't go live. Record 5 episodes. By the time you get to episode 3 and you're like, damn, man, I'm out of topics, then you're not ready.
Yeah. It's been a couple of times when, we don't always have topics, but we've missed, if I had to guess, out of 2 years, going on 3, we've missed maybe 10.
Yeah. Was nothing crazy though.
Yeah, nothing crazy. I mean, other things happen, of course. It's not just lack of topics, which is a real thing. It's like writer's block for podcasters. Like, there's no topics. We're not going on tonight. Fuck it.
Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes the topics I hate covering, believe it or not, usually deaths. Like, who wants to come on to talk about a death?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those bother me. But we're the news. We bring the news and some of the weather, from life into the show. And again, I mean, we could be doing other things, but
Super random and sorry for the interruption. I'm almost at 10,000 tweets. This is ridiculous.
damn.
Stop it. Get some help.
That reminds me about the time when I had my first Twitter account and some bitch wanted to fight with me about something I had said, and she roasted me, and I really felt that. Yeah, I'm saying people usually. She got me good. She got me good. So I was just, I was being my normal dickhead mink self back in early 2000s, and I would say, yeah, early 2000s. I was feeling myself. 2011, I would say. So this chick is arguing me and shit. It's like everything you, what did she say? Everything you tweet is negative, and I'm tired of following you. So I was like, bitch, so unfollow me. The fuck? Like, why do you need to give me an announcement? Goodbye. So she was like, you're very nasty. I said, I know. Men tell me that all the time. I'm very nasty, honey. You jealous? Next. And then she goes, wow. She says, you're like, what did she say? You're like a hot air balloon. Nothing but hot air coming out and nothing going up. You're a dumb bitch with over 50,000 tweets and haven't even hit 200. I was like,
oh, boom.
I was like, block. I wasn't facing that shit head on, but that is true. That is true.
I want to give a shout out real quick to my new latest follower. She goes by the name Wreck-It Raven. She is a gamer and she's goth. Yeah, ooh. Someone was in her comments and I guess they decided to troll, and this is what she had to say. And she got my follow. I told her, I said, I'm not even a gamer, but you got this follow today.
You
and
are.
she followed me. I'm not like this.
You're a low key gamer.
Yeah, I came by myself. All right, here's what she said.
I'm here for it. There are only two genders. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck. You know what that screams to me? That screams I'm alone. I live in my mother's basement. I probably have a bedtime. And I got nothing to do with my day. That's what that says to me. That's sad. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry that you are so miserable that you feel like you have to fucking come into somebody else's channel and try to troll them when I genuinely don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna make fun of you for the rest of the night. Thank you for being my entertainment. Thank you for stopping what you were doing to make me the center of your fucking sad existence. Thank you. Thank you for wasting your time. I appreciate that. Any others? Or are we good?
Oh, she's one of those live streamers.
We good?
Oh, she's still talking.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, we are good. Yeah, so that is Wreck-It Raven. That is REKIT RAVEN on Twitter. Please follow her. She is.
Why does that sound so familiar?
She is fucking hilarious. Wreck-It Raven, you get one of these.
I like her because you know what? There's a lot of people that do not have control on their live stream. They just let people say whatever the fuck they want. I don't care if I'm in the middle of VR and someone is disrespecting anybody in my live stream. I'm
right.
Taking off my shit and I'm gonna gather you and make sure you get blocked. And I'm the type of person, and I really support live streamers. Like, people don't understand live streaming, and we're talking about live streamers that do like streamathons and shit, and these are people that rely on their affiliate status in order to have extra income. So these people go online and they are bullied and they are really annoyed. And I'm like, y'all want me to be a live streamer like that with my little like kitty headphones and shit, and y'all could fucking disrespect me? Oh,
right. No.
But I am
getting
the kitty headphones. The one that I saw, I showed it to Gino and he was like, your birthday passed already. I said, but I want it. But they're cute. They're kitty headphones. And then like when it's like it's hooked up to your your mixer board. So whenever there's like a follow or something, like the shit lights up. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Let me guess.
Yes.
This show has been brought to you by Five Below.
I wish. This is I think it's Sweetwater or one of the two, because
What?
one of the things I had said, and this is what bothers me so much, like we have so many different affiliates that we do not use. So you know how people come on here and they'll ask us about like some sort of accessories or some shit that we have, and we put them on to shit. So we have affiliate status with things. So I said what I wanted to start doing is on our website is to have a tab specifically for what, what we recommend. And if people like it and they buy it, we get a commission from that. And this can be from Amazon or eBay. I got both affiliate status. So it's just a lot of extra work, because it's not just like click this link. No, you have to go into your affiliate board. You have to find that exact thing. And then you have to generate a code for it. Then you have to generate a link for it. And then now you have to go and take that link and put it on your website. Then you have to go and hit them back and said it's on my website so they can track the data for that. And it's just like an extra step that really
Right.
and a lot of people want to get to that level, but I mean, being an affiliate is dope, but again, like anything, like I've watched so many first of all, shout out to Aunt Karen. Aunt Karen, let me tell you, I, she's really going after these races, and she's doing such a great job.
Oh boy.
She's doing such a great job. So one of the races that she actually caught, which I felt it needed to happen. But this was in like Missouri or Minnesota, one of these places, and somebody asked, it was a white man that asked a white girl out to prom, and of course in a fashion that is not very nice. If I was black, I could have been picking cotton, but I decided to pick you. And Aunt Karen,
That ain't it.
Aunt Karen went, and I love how she gets them too. She's just like, his name was Tyler.
Tyler.
It was always a Tyler, right? So she goes, "Hello, Tyler. I'm so sorry that you seem to be behind, but this is not slavery times. I am very appreciative that you understand our cotton. However," she was like, "I wonder what's college that you're interested in going to." She goes to his Facebook and sees what colleges that he applied to, went and took the photo and sent it to all the colleges that he applied to. Really bad, right? And then she got somebody else, which was a popular TikToker. Once again, this Jayus person that really needs to get their neck ring around. Only Jayus was the one that she said some racist shit. So she, as a content creator, said, "Let me reach out to you and educate you on our Black lives and why you shouldn't be saying the racist shit that you say." And only Jayus went and disappeared and ghosted her, and she went off, right? So here's what happened. So only Jayus, she put up a video yesterday, and basically they were like, why is only Jayus still having partnerships? Like, why is they still an affiliate? Why do they have all this stuff? So what she did was she went and took all the screenshots and stuff, and she sent it to all of their sponsors, and posted up a bunch of screenshots from the reply from the sponsors of, "Thank you very much, but this person is no longer will be representing our brand."
Yikes.
So, and her catchphrase is, "The devil works hard, but we work harder."
I love these I love these taglines.
I mean, it's a shame. I mean,
Oh my
that
gosh,
again,
I
people
love
keep
it.
asking, "How do I blow up on TikTok? How do I become famous? How do I do that?" You
Say
need
something stupid. Say something stupid.
Not necessarily that. You need a niche. This is her niche. Her niche, you come into these apps, you don't really have a purpose. You just post shit. But then you become a person that people rely on, where it's not just her, going after people. People are actually reaching out to her. "Hey, I'm in a very racist school, and my teacher said some shit." So what she's doing is really dope. She's starting a podcast now, and she's allowing people to come on to tell their stories about being affected at the workplace, at school, just in general. And, I take my hat off to her. She could have done 100 different things,
Like
but
dancing, like everybody else seemed to do.
right. And But she's funny though. She uses a lot of she uses a lot of like sentences like from podcasts and shit, like with Nicki Minaj. Like somebody had wrote in her comments, "Oh, really? Let's find out where you work." So she had the whole Nicki Minaj monologue, and she was like, mouthing it, but it was funny because it was true. She's like, I work for myself. So you're gonna get me fired for myself? Like, how does that work?
Right.
So I'm like, instead of being mad at the racists, you're being mad at the people that are calling out racism. And that's going to end eventually. And just like we said, March 1st, March 1st, how the fuck? No, you know what I hate?
What did you do?
I hate when you go on. I don't know if y'all noticed this. This seems to be all the time now. But when you visit a browser on your computer, turn off all notifications. It'll ask you, do you want to turn on notifications? And you're like,
Nah.
I got notifications on my phone. Why do I need it on my computer screen? Right? So
Constantly interrupting while you're trying to do stuff.
exactly. So apparently, I guess I hit something with Microsoft Edge, which I use Microsoft Edge to browse the web because I didn't know. I found out that you can get like points every time you search for something. So now I'm up to like 14,000 points. So I'm like,
Well, you've been Googling your ass off.
for shit. I'm close to getting what was it, Call of Duty Cold War. Hey, it's Microsoft, right? I have Xbox.
Right?
If they're offering me points, it'll just like use their search engine. So I'm like, y'all are offering me points if I play video games on here. If I use your search engine and I can get free games and shit, why not? I'll use it.
Matter of fact, I think Microsoft Edge is on his laptop right here.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should use it. You should definitely.
I use it. I didn't know they gave you points, but yeah, I do use it.
Yeah, they give you points. Every time you open the browser, every time you search within the browser, every new search you do, they add points on. So I'm out to like 14,000 now. I remember. I think I was at 958. Now I'm at 14K. That's not too bad.
Been searching your ass off.
Everything.
Yikes! That was kind of loud.
Huh?
Say what? What did you say? I didn't quite hear you. Speaking to my good ear. I actually had a resident tell me that.
Oh my
God.
God.
You speaking to my good ear. Because he hard to hear. Anyway, it's kind of funny though the way they said it. Blueface, your mans and thems.
Oh God.
Mr. I can't rap on beat to save my life. Mr. Yeah, he's got this Bad Girls Club-esque, hostel-esque, brothel-esque thing going on here where he's got girls sleeping in bunk beds and shit. And I guess in order for them to be 100% sponsored, basically by him, they have to get tattoos of him. Or a tattoo that he has or something to that effect, but they have to get tattooed. So there was a video surfaced of him walking around this complex. He was like, okay, ladies, today is tattoo day. And some of the ladies are still asleep. And he's like, you can get a tattoo? Well, if you don't get a tattoo, you got to go home. Like that's how he said it. Like, if you don't get your tattoo, you got to go home. And so while everyone's drawing all this backlash, one of the ladies came up and said, everybody was like, well, this is low key a cult. He's giving cult like vibes. And he comes back and says, for those who are curious, it's a TV show now. My show is a 3-week series. I move women in from all over the U.S., fly them out to Cali, put them under one roof. I own 2 homes. I don't stay there. I take care of all of their financial needs while they're there. I promote their brands, and we film all day. Tune in. We don't tolerate any sexual conduct between men and women, so the women do tend to grow interest in each other because of this, but they are adults, and at the end of the day, it's only so much I can control, so what they do with each other is part of the show. Subscribe. Okay, so this section so you don't want any sexual conduct between men and women, but if they turn lesbian, then that's cool with you? Am I wrong? Am I off? Does that sound like? Am I reading that correctly? We don't tolerate any sexual conduct between men and women. So the women do tend to grow interest in each other because of this. But they are adults. And at the end of the day, there's only so much I can control. So what they do with each other is a part of the show. So basically, you want these girls slutted out with each other.
I'm sorry. I still don't understand why Blueface, like, what is okay, how can I say this nicely? Why is he still famous? Like, what does he do? Like, what is his claim to fame?
Rapping off beat and rapping horribly. He also says America's Next Top Model was on bunk beds, but y'all mad at me. Face palm emoji. Yeah, but Tyra Banks ain't had them girls sleeping with each other and getting tattoos of you. That's the difference, and they were there for an actual reason.
That shit sounds like a pure disaster. And it sounds like a disaster mainly because, again, males, which a lot of males are pissed off with me because of one of my videos I put up on TikTok about mansplaining. I just don't understand like why men are like, and I see this on Facebook a lot. Men are they just don't look at women like women. You know, they look at us as a sideshow. You know, like a joke, something that is not meant to be taken seriously, as if we do not give birth and give life, as if we do not have feelings and emotions, as if we do not, you know, like they just literally was, you know, jacked off onto the floor and became a human being. Like, you don't have a mom, you don't have sisters, you don't have aunts, you never had a grandma, you just don't respect women at all. Because had it been, you know, and I hate to use the double standards of everything, but, you know, there is a double standard with a lot of things. I mean, you know, if a woman was to do that, have a bunch of dudes sleeping in a house, a mansion, and, you know, they were fighting for her affection and that level of getting tatted and all that good shit, you know, they would look at her as if she is a hoe. You smashing all of them, even if you say you're not. You're smashing all of them. But y'all create a Making the Band-esque type situation.
Oh, this is crazy. One woman said she was getting a tattoo on the front of her neck, while another decided to have the artwork done on her hand. And they actually show the tattoo artist there doing it. So there is a tattoo of this man, his face on them. For life. For life. You fucking idiots.
You could not pay me enough.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, pretty soon it's going to be a Lifetime or MTV documentary surviving Blueface. Someone tweeted, imagine being raised for 18 years to only go sleep in someone else's bunk beds at their house.
Blueface is ridiculous. He
like
is not. I mean, where's the music, sir? Where's the music?
He only had like 2 songs. Tatiana, Bust It Down, Tatiana. I think that was the only song he had, actually.
But he qualifies. He qualifies to have a house with
2
with women getting his shit tatted on them,
sleeping in bunk beds. Grown ass women sleeping in bunk beds. Claims that he's filming a Bad Girls Club-esque show, but they can't have sexual conduct with men. But if they decide to, you know, scissor each other up, then that's cool too. That's part of the show. This is giving me R. Kelly vibes. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Why do you know they got all these shows, right? It's like it really seems like Hollywood still to this day, like I say, they are fresh out of ideas.
They are
fresh out of ideas. Like literally, you know what's crazy? I told my cousin yesterday, I'm like, yo, I literally be sitting here with a book and I just write down ideas now. Because I know that one of these days, because I can't bring all this stuff to life. I know I can't. But y'all gonna bring me my money though.
Right.
But I came up with, first of all, I came up with 3 horror movie concepts that's never been done yet, which even I literally read like the synopsis for it that I wrote, and I just was like, oh, I need to get in touch with Jordan Peele.
You know, I kind of don't like this whole black horror movie genre that he kind of pioneered. I don't like it because everybody's copying his formula and the shit is so noticeable, but theirs is so horrible.
Like I feel that with his movies, like when they had the stand-up show Key and Peele, right? I felt like they was using that as the here nigga damn replacement for the Chappelle show.
Right.
That's what I felt like. I mean, the show was funny. Don't get me wrong. Like Key and Peele, they had some really good episodes. Like my favorite episode that they did was the episode called "Bitch." Did you see that one?
It's been a while.
So they have wives, and they're talking to each other, and he's just like, yeah. So my wife comes to me, says, you know what, I need you to go and mow the lawn. So I said, bitch, you need to go. So every time they get ready to they try to tell the story, the wives walk in. So the next scene, they're in the kids' treehouse. He said, so then what happened? Listen, so I go and I do the whole lawn, right? And then she gonna come to me after I just got finished doing all of this work, talking about, oh, can you go to the store to go get something to eat? So I said, bitch. Like the whole episode that he's trying to finish the story. By the time he got ready to tell the story, they're in space. They're in space suits. They're away from the world, and they're also in space suits. And he's like, yeah, so and they have like the little astronaut voice. He said, so then what did she say? So then I said, and he pushed the trap door. He's floating away with he's like, bitch. Like that was the first time I actually laughed real hard. And there was another episode that they had this song called the P word, vagina word, on the chain wax. So I kept saying that to everybody. Everyone's like, why do you keep saying? I was like, what? The P's on the, it's on the chain wax. So my sister was like, why do you get, so she watched the episode. She's like, yo, this shit is really funny. I said, it will never be as funny as the Chappelle show, but it was like, it'll do. Like, it was like, it'll do. Gave you a little,
ain't quite it, but
it's just like, But then when they did the whole, like, I kind of knew that like Jordan Peele was probably going to be the more successful one. Not saying the other one isn't, but his ideas were very sinister, and like nothing is ever touching Chappelle with the whole black white supremacists. Like that right there, I think it shocked the world.
Clayton Bixby.
Oh my God. And that was a real story. This is why it was funny. But when it comes to movies, I'm like,
and don't forget the family.
Oh,
what's
yeah.
up?
That was hilarious. But I say what this is what I want to see. And I mean this on some real shit. And I've been talking to a couple of people about this on Twitter at one point. I was like, we as Black people, it's time that we explore having our own anime, our own anime. I'm not talking the other stuff like that's out. Like I some of the kung fu shows that is out, like Afro Samurai, that shit is hot. But I'm saying,
but wouldn't that be pushing cultural appropriation?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, we're taking from the Japanese, Chinese.
Japanese are Black. They just don't know that, or they refuse to accept that. And the Chinese are also Black, because if you look at Buddha, if you pull up a picture of Buddha,
I have plenty in my house. I showed you.
Yeah, look at Buddha's hair. You tell me that those are not Bantu knots. You tell me. My grandmother used to tell me for years. She had this little red Buddha, like looked so happy, just like, and it had
hair about as cold as hell.
Exactly. The first real and people tend to forget, the first real kung fu samurai ever was Black. He was African. Okay.
Yeah, he was.
So
You're right.
they all say like, "Oh, you gotta keep taking." I'm like, "We're not taking nothing. We're not taking nothing. Like y'all go and you make your S curls and stuff, and like the whole idea of cultural appropriation, right? In my mind, I always thought cultural appropriation means that you are using someone else's culture. You're not paying homage to that culture, but you're doing nothing but profiting off of it. That's what I thought.
Mhm.
But the way that I look at it, which I feel sometimes, and this gets very cringy to me, and I don't care if Black people cancel me. You guys can, but I still love you. I think that sometimes we really go way too hard with trying to point everything out with being racist now, right? There's racist shit. Don't get me wrong, but I read a whole conversation unfold that was completely unfucking necessary. I don't think the white chick was trying to be rude or anything in any way, shape, or form, but they, tagging their friends like, "Oh, she's racist." I'm like, but if I come out and I say I don't consider what she said racist, then they're going to call me the C word, and I don't want to hear that today.
Yeah, no, you don't want that.
So, I mean, it was something so silly. It was something ridiculous. Like she said something like, like she's like, "I want to get my locks done," or something like that. And they were like, you're white, you can't have locks. And this is so in my mind, I'm saying, how the hell are you telling them that they can't have locks, right? Which we already know. The argument is we can't wear them. We can't wear them.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a politician. I don't know if you saw her story. She had alopecia. She was a congresswoman, or she was somewhat in government form. And her story was so amazing, because this is when she was actually like gonna do what I'm gonna do one day. This is me. Don't like it? Too bad. Like this is not my hair. But she went and told her story about how, she started off with locks, and why she refused to take her locks out even though her hair was falling out, because she felt that she had a political statement to make, that yes, I am an articulate Black woman, and I am running for office, and I have locks, and I want people, young Black girls who wear locks, to look at me and see that yes, this is still professional. Yes, I am in the highest level of government and I have locks. And she says, and I say, even though my edges was like falling out, everything was falling out, I didn't want to take my locks out until I was sworn in, because I knew thousands and thousands and thousands of Black little girls were going to look at me and say, I can be like her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about my hair, because and it's always our hair. It's always our hair. Because I've seen white people with locks. Well, that's what they go.
Speaking of, there's a picture of Justin Bieber. Did you see it?
Yeah.
See, that's what I don't like.
He's a vulture, 100%.
I mean, freeform. I don't really subscribe to free. Well, I don't like freeform locks, because it is what the name is. They just go. I don't like Jay-Z's locks. I don't. I
Yeah,
wish he would. I wish he would cut his hair.
What's his face? He just looked like he had a bunch of spiders meeting on his head.
Gunplay, MMG from MMG. He can cut that fish fillet off the back of his head. Like, I don't like that. So for Justin Bieber to come out with, I'm gonna find it. You hang on a second. To come out looking like Kurt Cobainish with
No.
the locks, and of course he was facing backlash over that.
Well, the man's been doing a lot of questionable racist shit.
Wearing cornrows and
you know what? And I say all the time, I don't care what you do with your hair. I don't care what you do with your hair, white folks. I don't care if you want to wear locks. I don't care if you want to wear braids. I don't care about none of that. What I care about is you not understanding, right? Why is it you don't get yelled at for your hair? Why is it that you get told that that's not neat? You don't get told that. You get told, "Oh my God, dude, that's so cool.
They're so edgy. You're
Like,
so brave. That's so cool."
You're stepping into your consciousness. I love that, bro. But
You're you're an influencer.
right. But we can't celebrate, and I understand why the girls attacked the white girl. But again, I don't think she meant it like malice. I just think she was lacking education as to why they were upset. Like, if you feel that some white person says something racist as fuck or implies something racist as fuck, it's important for you to don't attack them, educate them.
That's not our job to educate.
Technically, it's not necessarily like, I'm not saying you got to hold their hand, like, but I feel like you avoid problems for that person if you just nip it in the bud right away. Look, you
Right.
can't say this. Like, I don't even do it publicly. I DM them. I reach out to them. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened here. And once they understand, because some of them really, it's either some of them don't give a fuck, and then you have some people that really don't know why we get offended by certain things. But again, Black people, we got a big fight. You know what I'm saying? We have a bigger fight. Okay. If you're so pressed and upset about what a white person says or does, you can either A, ignore them, or B, educate them. And if they don't want to receive the education, then they're racist. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
If they don't want to receive, it's almost like a kid, right? You tell them, no, you can't, like Gina. I tell her, no, you can't do something, right? She's a kid. She's not knowledgeable on why I'm telling her, like, why you can't stand on the chair, right? So I could easily say, I don't want you to stand in the chair because you're going to fall and hurt yourself. That, she's the type of hard-headed Taurus that feels that, well, if you're telling me that I'm going to fall off the chair, but I need to test this theory. So again, people learn differently. She's a person that learns from experience, which means she has to bust her ass for her to see what I was saying. But then you have other people that learn different ways. So I usually take the time and I just say, look, the reason why you can't do this or the reason why people get upset because of this is because it's offensive to us. It's offensive because of this. You show them receipts, you show them evidence. And if they choose to say, fuck you, then okay.
It is what it is. I mean, I've never really had to come out and call somebody out on their race. Well, yes, I did.
I've had.
I've screenshot the shit. Like, I was being extra petty.
What's
So
up,
I don't know where this lady works, but she just said this to me. Y'all do y'all's job. Y'all make her famous.
Facts.
Yeah. Listen, y'all grown. Y'all gonna do what y'all want, but prepare for backlash.
Well, it's really getting worse. And you know what? It sucks because we are, if you're like I love science. Science has always been very important to me. I think it's very important we know where we come from as people, but we all come from the same continent. We all come from the same continent. I don't care if you're Italian, Black, Puerto Rican, it don't matter. You are from the same continent. Some people just move further away from the equator, so you're lighter, but we're all from the same. But what they don't understand, unfortunately, is privilege.
That's the difference.
That's the conversation that always seems to get lost in translation. It's like privilege. Like Gino, for instance, he knows. Like the other day. Now, Gino, he had an incident. He was at the store. He's lucky I wasn't there because I would have killed these bitches. But he's a very quiet guy. Gino does not like to fight. He doesn't like altercations. And he is always a very sorrowful person. For everything, because that's just his nature. He's just a nice guy. So apparently they were at the deli, and it was at the good deli, not the bodega. So he ordered, whatever. Well, these two girls who happened to be Black were standing on the corner, and, he kind of, how can you mouth with a mask on? You next? You know what I'm saying? So he assumed that, they put in their order because the guy didn't say they're next. They were, pretty much busy bullshitting and doing dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he started putting in his order, can I get a pound or whatever? So the girl rolls up on him and says, excuse me, I was next. So I'm sorry. I didn't know. You can go ahead. No, you can go ahead since you so.
I mean, well, don't carry an attitude. I mean, bro, I'm being nice.
So this whole time he's being respectful. Like, look, I'm really sorry. I didn't know that you. See, this is what I'm talking about with you fucking white people and your privileges. And he just was like, I said I was sorry. I didn't know that you were next. So he stand over, and he felt really like, he came home, and I was like, what's wrong? And he just was like, this is what happened, or whatever. And I was like, what store?
Oh, you ready to go?
But the problem is with that, I felt like he handled it well because I explained to him because he didn't understand like what is this privilege shit? Like I'm not privileged. I'm not privileged. I said technically you are. I said you are privileged. I said and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You recognize that you have privilege. You can roll up on the cop and spit in their face and they won't kill you. If I do it, I'm dead. Okay.
Good
So
as dead.
he's like, well, and he gets so frustrated. He's like, yo, I just don't understand, man. Like, we're all the same. Like, we all this. I said, but babe, people they don't look at us as if we're all the same. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna look at us that way. Like, even when we were at the playground, Gina was playing. Of course, Gina's like DNW.
D&W.
They're damn near white.
Oh my God. I'm gonna leave my bestie alone.
That's what my grandfather always he said DNWs. I'm like DNWs. So she's playing with this girl and white girl, and they're playing, and she comes over and she says, "It's my mom," and she says, "That's not your mom. That's your cousin." I said, "No, I'm her mom." So she was confused, and then Gino walked in, and now she's looking at Gino, and now she's looking at me, and I was like, "Yeah." I said, "We're a very blended family, She's like, "Oh, no, I wasn't thinking." I said, "No, it's okay. It's okay." I said, "You thought that she was white. It's okay. That's fine."
And you thought I was her cousin. Wrong
But I was
assumption.
the babysitter. I don't know. But again,
That wasn't it.
education means everything. And I tell you, by the end of that day, whatever her parents told this little white girl was clinging on to me. She was like, can I come home with you? And I was like, no. She was sitting on my lap, hugging me. I was like, damn. I was like, Jesus, for a minute, let the children come to me. Let them come. Let them come. All the kids wanted to play and color with me and shit. I was like, damn. I give off that teacher vibe again. Fuck. It scares me.
It scares me too.
It does. But you know what? Education.
I don't want no random kids just running up on me. Hey, can I go home?
It's always, you know what? It's always kids that are
go home to your mama.
Kids that are abused or they're going through a situation at home. They always find comfort with me, and I love that. That's why I always wanted to be like a guidance counselor or some shit, because I feel like you need to have a friendly face. But these kids today, honey, I literally don't get it. I'm not.
I mean, today's kids. Today's kids are being babysat by tablets and telephones.
And Blippi.
Blippi.
Oh my God, Blippi. I had to tell one of my Facebook friends today, who said, "Oh, my son is obsessed with Blippi and macaroni and cheese." So I hopped up in the comments and I said, wait till you find out what Blippi used to do. So all the parents started asking me, what did he used to do? And I was like, oh, y'all don't know? Y'all don't know what this? I said, he was a shock jock.
Blippi.
I was like, what do you mean he was a shock jock? I said, I'll just put it to you this way. It was not mud. And I'm like, these are the people that are entertaining our kids. Fucking people that are in pornos. I saw one chick, her name was Katie Cutie. And Gino was joking around with me. And he goes, I bet you that bitch does porn. I said, she don't look like the type. She's very doofy. So he was like, there's doofy bitches in porn. Like, yeah, all right. I'm scrolling on Instagram. I was on Twitter. And I stopped and I said, somebody said, this is the most funniest porno you'll ever see. I was like, that's Katie Cutie doing some doofy shit.
In porn.
And well, she wasn't actually doing pornographic shit. She played a nurse that was overseeing shit. So her facial expressions is what made the whole thing hilarious, because it was a dude that was a doctor, and apparently he had like something that would cure all these patients. So all these chicks
That
kept,
sounds like the premise of Deep Throat.
it sounds like it. So she, she's the nurse and she goes, okay. And
Not that I've never seen it, by the way, but I know how the story goes.
right. So she goes, she's looking at her clipboard and she goes, oh, yeah. I said, that's Katie Cutie right there. That's Katie Cutie. And she goes, well, the doctor will see you now. All of you. I was like, hey, yo. So you guys got to really look at the YouTubers. You got to look at these YouTubers that are educating your
Oh,
kids.
you got to.
Some of them
Because these
really,
YouTubers are turning into boxers. They're turning into football players. They're turning into, I don't know, sex crazed maniacs.
YouTube is very toxic.
Very.
I was one of those people that just did not care about who was a popular YouTuber. I just don't care about who's popular. But when I hear some of these stories, I got to invite you in this group called Tea Time. This group is crazy on Facebook. They talk about it all. But I'm like, some of these YouTubers are, not only are they child molesters, some of them are like James Charles, for instance, right?
Yeah.
James Charles, I don't give a fuck about what anybody says. There's only one time you got, right? I'm like, you're a celebrity. The first thing you should be checking is IDs. Because that
Yes.
most of your fans are underage.
Mm-hmm.
But my whole thing is that, first of all, because I still use Snapchat, so whatever. But I'm like, James Charles has sat here for years crying and saying, I'm sorry. At what point do y'all start putting these celebrities on notice to let them know that you were I'm like, stop talking about you gonna cancel an artist or celebrity. Don't cancel them.
Just do the shit.
Not even that. I would reach out to sponsors if you really that pressed. Why would you go and do hundreds of videos and talk about this is what they did and monetizing it?
There was another popular YouTuber. I forgot his name. But that's exactly what happened. Got his sponsors yanked. Got everything taken from him. Got his page demonetized. So
all of them, their time is up.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I'll be damned. I said, there's 3 things I don't ever want to be called. A TikToker, like popular TikToker. Minx could a little popular what?
Social media influencer.
Not that shit either. Just call me. I just feel like a lot of these people, like they get a little bit of fame and they get sponsorships and stuff. Now you have to understand you have ultimate responsibility because you have to go day by day saying to yourself, if I do this skit, am I going to lose my sponsorship?
Am I going to go viral or is my career going down the tubes?
Speaking of, and this is why I keep telling you need to come to TikTok land. Okay.
Why? I have Instagram.
Let me just say this. There was a woman on TikTok, right? Could have been your grandma, could have been mine. There is a trend going on. And it's using Twista featuring Faith Evans, and they're using the song Hope, and I'm hopeful. Yes, I am hopeful for today. So that song.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they kind of bit off of me and I didn't say anything about it, because you remember when I had threw up the TikToks with, the slow zoom and me and Gina look and just go like this and it zooms in very slowly with playing Juicy in the background. So what they did was, even though I know they jacked it, but I'm not going to complain about it. They took the song Hopeful and basically people are pretending what it would be like if it was the end of a 90s movie. So they'll play the song Hopeful and, they do the slow zoom and it's like, Mink said she was going to go to the store, but she never made it because she met a guy and then they got married and, they do the whole thing. So that's what the trend is for that TikTok. And I mean, I'm not participating in it. Okay?
I swear they make a trend out of everything. This is getting kind of annoying.
This is what they did to this poor woman. So there was a woman, obviously she loves the song and, she could have been, like I said, your grandma, my grandma, and she's standing there and, you could tell she's a church woman and she's really feeling them, and I'm hopeful. Yes, I am. And instead of people saying, you know, good work, good work, you got all these young teens taking her video on the left, and they're stitching themselves, and they're laughing at her. So they were like, "Damn, is she eating the words?" And just saying all this horrific shit, and she doesn't have teeth on top of that. So I'm just like, look,
You know what?
I want
Whoever put their grandma up like that with no teeth and
she
have them
she has
looking any old kind of way, y'all are fucked up.
she has her own channel.
Oh my
Well,
god.
this is what I'm saying, right? Now, there's a lot of people on social media that are emotionally disturbed. They have disabilities. They have issues. They have problems. People on TikTok are fucked up. I'm gonna just say that because you know me. When I see a TikToker being bullied, I'm in that bitch. Come say that shit to me. And this is why, unfortunately, I'm not gonna say a lot of people have been following me because of it, but I just don't stand for that shit.
I swear, if my grandmother was still alive, Lillian Wayne would never have a pot. She would not have no TikTok.
Oh,
She would
she
not be
don't.
doing no dances. She won't be trying to hit the whoa. She won't be sitting there shaking her ass. I'm not standing for it. Why do y'all got y'all grandma out here with no teeth in their head doing
She's going ham. But you know what? If she's Christian, she loves the song, great. And then you have
just for
another
a
video.
viral moment?
Well, I don't think she was trying to go viral, to be honest. I just think she really liked the song. But there's other TikTokers that I even defended. A one woman that was, living in her car, and people were laughing at her, like, "Oh, you fucking broke bitch," laughing. And I literally said, you know what? I was like, everybody is one paycheck away from this shit. Number one. Number two, if you had to go choose between living in your car or living in a shelter, you would pick your car in a heartbeat. So
Mhm.
I'm like, we need to just be more humble, and we need to just stop making fun of people, because some people take this social media shit to the head
They
and
do.
don't want to have it where they literally put to the head. So we have to be mindful. Like, how would you feel knowing that you are responsible for pushing someone to suicide because you are teasing and bullying? This is why social media is extremely more toxic than what we think it is. And I do my part in society by defending those that cannot defend themselves. And I feel like I'm doing my due diligence as being a member of the TikTok community. But it's fucked up. Like, I'm so tired of everybody bullying people. Like, I got bullied and I just fucking block them. But everyone,
Right. Ain't nobody got time for that.
yeah, and they were all bullying me because of the mansplaining shit, because I said that, yo, y'all really seem to think that female producers don't go through anything. And they're like, "Oh, what did this one dude say?" He says, "Oh, let me go find my towel. Let me go find my towel that I dry my tears with." And I said, "No, it would be on your nightstand, the same towel that you jerk off with." And then TikTok wrote, "You sure you want to post
Yikes.
that?" TikTok literally said that. "You sure you want to post that?" Because certain,
You
uh,
sure you want to do that with your life?
and that's how I said growth. I said, "No, I don't want to post it. I really do mean it, but I'm just gonna block them." And when I hit block, it was just like this. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Minx, you are growing. I'm like,
The growth.
I'd like to thank my patients. I don't have any, and the fact that I have just enough helped me through this moment to make a qualified decision before I would have gotten my shit taken down.
That's growth.
Pause.
That is.
It is growth. Like,
Yeah.
it really is. I'm very proud of myself. I could have just said, fuck it, let it post. And then there goes my TikTok account.
Oh, Minx is violating again, I see.
I can't have any more backup accounts on my phone, please, y'all. So I really am learning, and I'm learning to walk away from certain things. But y'all keep bullying people that can't defend themselves. I don't give a fuck if I get kicked off of the platform. I will defend as much as possible without cursing or being disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean that's being an adult. That's being grown up.
I'm trying. I'm trying. It's very hard. It's very hard to walk away from shit like that.
Because I mean, I'm not the type of person that's gonna like just flat out cuss you this, that, and the third. Like if I see you defending some dumb, just outlandish shit, I'm not gonna go out my way to go back and forth as to why you defend such bullshit. I'm just gonna save my sanity and just block. I
You
find
do
so much.
what you want.
I find so much closure in blocking because I need my sanity. What little I have left, I have very little patience to begin with for dumb people, for intolerable people, for racists, for racism, for just dumb fuckery, foolery, and shenanigans. Like
It's draining. It's very draining.
I'm almost 40. I cannot be going back and forth on these people's social media arguing over why they believe the dumb shit they believe. Maybe it's not for me to get.
Mm. That's why I stayed away. There's 3 topics I don't touch. I don't touch religion anymore,
Oh no, I stay away from that.
politics,
I'll go back and forth for a little while.
religion, politics, and vaccines. Nope. Nope. Hey, Patrice. Nope.
Hey, Patrice.
I don't engage in it because I'm at the point in my life now, you know, and I hate the term anti-vaxxers. I hate like these certain terms and shit because everybody is responsible for their own self. Okay. So if you think what you're doing is if you think not getting the vaccine is safe, cool. If you think getting this vaccine is safe, cool. My question is, why do people do this fucking consistent guilt tripping of other people's lives? Especially if you know you're never going to see this person in real life. Why the fuck do you care about what their decisions are? It's not your decision to make. It's between them and their doctor. So it's like you can't really force people. I hate the anti-vaxxers that are trying to make the vaxxers feel guilty. I'm like, listen, what does it have to do with you?
That's what I'd be wanting to ask. Like, why am I such a sheep for getting the vaccine? Are you just as big of sheep for not doing it? Like you have your reasons, like I have mine. However, what I eat don't make you shit, and vice versa. So it is what it is.
I got hit by a vaxxer the other day. I hate these terms, but this is the only way I could say it.
Say a person who has received the vaccination.
I got hit with a person that received their vaccine, right? And, I wasn't judging or saying anything that was fucked up conspiracy or nothing like that. I just was like, look, you did what you had to do. Congratulations. I mean, what else do you want me to say? So when I had said, I was like, so since everybody wants to be out in the open about their health publicly, the fact that you got a vaccine, show us your pap smears, show us your mammograms, show us your colonoscopies, show us it, show us. Since you're in if you really want us to know, because it's almost like it's not even, I got my vaccine and I'm trying to protect myself and my family. It's, I got my vaccine. Ha ha. Ha ha. And then you got the people that don't want to do the vaccine with their reasons. And I literally just say, look, whatever you decide, that's between you, your God, and your doctor. Okay. We have to stop like making something like this. I'm like, where the fuck were all of y'all with the flu shots? Where the fuck were all y'all with the flu shots? These celebrities, everybody. I'm like, look, if it works for you, do it. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it. But God damn it, we don't need to know. We don't care.
And it's crazy. I had gotten 2 of those before I got dang on COVID shot. That is nuts.
But
I didn't think you can get 2 COVID. I didn't think you can get 2 flu shots in a year.
But this is what I'm saying. It's creating this big divide. This is the problem. It's becoming a big divide now. Now it's going to be like people waiting for World War III with us going against Roswell. No, it's going to be World War III, the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. The vaccinated is going to be in their own mode saying you guys should get the vaccine. Then you got the people that don't want the vaccine. You're going to say, well, you guys are going to turn into zombies. And I'm like, what evidence do you have of any of that shit happening? We don't know.
Thanks for the follow, Tori. I missed the last few. Tori or Tony.
Right. I'm like, you got to do what's right for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people think Jay-Z won. Other people think that Nas won. Are people killing themselves and each other over their ideas of who won that battle? Even though it was Nas.
Because at the end of the day, they both won.
It was Nas.
Jay ate his ass. Pause. I said pause. I said.
Look, I love you guys. I love you guys regardless. I love you guys regardless. The whole thing, regardless whether you get the vaccine or not. What's up, Crypto Media? He said, wait, Jay, who?
I said what I said.
Regardless whether you guys decide to get it or not, just make sure wear your motherfucking mask. I don't care.
Especially if you come around me, because, honey, I have a weak immune system regardless. So whether I got that vaccine or not, just stay away from me.
Wear your mask, wash your ass, period. That's it. We don't need to know. We don't need to know. So unless people want to be shown, oh, word, you want to have a versus of your medical records, let's do it.
I got mumps. I got the mumps, measles, and rubella shot back in 1989. What you got?
Let me tell you, man, I've been building my immune system. I don't hear none of that shit.
A word. A word. So where's your proof at, though? Hold on, Crypto. I mean, Jay-Z wins every, because there is one person who thinks he's not
ugly.
And she she's set for life. I'm jealous.
Let's just be happy and fruitful, y'all. Happy. We got a bigger fight, man. We got the people that are in charge. That's the people we got to be worried about. They're pitting us against each other, and people don't see that. They don't see that. It's
the powers that be.
Yeah, it boils down to vaccines and racism. Sounds like a really nice mixtape.
But Crypto, you do bring up a good point. Like, at what point did Beyonce say to herself, he is not the cutest, but he does have a bag?
I don't know.
I mean, have you ever seen Beyonce with somebody prior to her dating and marrying Jay? I will wait.
Wasn't she like dating Nick Cannon at one point?
Really?
I don't know. Because the only thing I say, like this all goes back to the Aaliyah thing. That once again, I really think that something more sinister went down with Aaliyah to this day. But I really felt like Aaliyah, wasn't she dating Jay-Z at one point?
It was alleged, but she was dating Dame Dash.
No.
Before Dame?
Before him was
Before Dame, it was alleged that she was dating Jay. Crotch rocket ass. Hope you hit a rock.
Ryan Leslie.
I could still hear you. Like, nobody asked for this. Anyway,
she was dating Ryan Leslie.
Who?
Aaliyah was dating Ryan Leslie.
Oh. Who?
Yeah. Listen, like I said.
Oh, the one hit guy. What's his? I can't even think of the one song he had.
She was dating Ryan Leslie, and then when she started hanging around, like that whole situation. This is chick on TikTok that broke that whole in 8 parts. I was there for eight parts. She broke down that whole relationship, and it was very interesting to me. Like, again, I keep saying if Aaliyah was still alive, Beyonce would not be where she is today, because Beyonce was not even closely, remotely to Aaliyah in any way, shape, or form, which is why they said after Aaliyah died, magically, she had a role in that Austin Powers flop. I don't care what nobody said. That was the worst.
She's not a good actress. Yeah, no, we can.
Foxy Cleopatra. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
So apparently Beyonce was dating this one guy back in high school when she was 16, but it doesn't say anything else.
And they broke up, or I think something happened, and they said, oh, he should be kicking himself forever. And I'm just like, people break up all the time.
And they dated back when they were like 13, 14. So when she was like 16. And this is like at the start of Destiny's Child and all that. I mean, yeah, he fumbled a bag at the end of the day, but,
She says Beyonce is not a good actress at all. Yeah,
she's not.
You know what her thing is? I wouldn't say she's not a good actress. I think the problem is that she kind of like, people get into roles. She gets too into it. So she overacts. And that's what's a turnoff. Because when you're given lines, like when I auditioned for a couple of shows before, like you're on the spot, okay? They give you the papers and you're like, okay. And they tell you the description. And this is the most horrific moment I've ever had in my life because I don't think I can act for shit, but apparently they said I'm amazing. So they gave me the paper and you have 10 minutes to memorize the lines. And Crypto says, see, the reason Luda was good, in my opinion, is because he was typecast. Yeah, because why the fuck are these, what is it, Fast and the Furious, they're in space now. And we predict.
Wait, whoa, what?
He says, I see the reason Luda was good is because, in my opinion, he was typecast.
No. You said Fast and Furious was in space. Do what?
Oh yeah, Fast and Furious is in space this next time.
Please let that be the last one. Y'all really milked it after what's his name?
Paul Walker.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I'm
y'all
sorry.
Y'all really milking that shit. Leave it alone.
Fucking Fast and the Furious is now a telenovela now. Okay, you got motherfuckers dying and then coming back to life. You thought I was dead, but I escaped through the trunk. And I'm like, bitch, we saw you go right through the airplane propeller. There was no way that you fucking.
There's no
way.
I faked my death. Like, listen, no. We saw what we saw.
They should have ended Fast and the Furious after Paul Walker died. I respectfully, they should have.
If they did one, because they were in the midst of filming another one as he was, before he passed. So that last one after he died should have been the last.
Yeah, I mean, the storyline.
Young and Restless too.
The storyline ended perfectly because Letty got her memory back. Sorry if I'm doing any spoilers. Letty got her memory back. She got back with Dom, which is the most perfect couple on the planet.
So toxic.
Very. And that was it. Now I'm like, oh, Shaw, fuck Shaw. Who cares?
Hobbs. Bounty hunters and Rio de Janeiro, and we're gonna jump cliffs, and nobody runs out of fucking gas.
You know what they should do? They should just start an episode of the Fast and Furious and they die within 10 minutes. Okay. All of them. Exactly, Crypto Media. They made, oh my God, I was so mad about that shit. He says, Han, it was heavily applied that he died. Exactly. And he magically came back. And I'm like, dude, this ain't it. It's just
right.
The writers, there has to be a time where I say to everybody, like, there's a time to end shit. It's a time to end shit. Thank you, James Searchy66, for the follow. I'm gonna follow you right back. They all coming towards the end. You see this?
Hey, right.
This is time and a place to end shit. There's a time and a place to not reboot shit. Like I was and I gave it a chance because y'all know I don't watch TV or movies, but I saw the Space Jam trailer and I saw people was talking about it. So I said, let me watch this trailer. And I wanted to keep an open mind because once again, we know things are not going to be exactly the same. We know things are not going to be like it was when we were kids. We get that. But here I am at 1 o'clock in the morning with my doobie. And I'm saying I'm going to get into this. I watched it and I literally... Hell no. First of all, I'm like, y'all had me at the top half.
Mm-hmm.
Had me at the top half, but the fact that they animated LeBron is what fucked up that whole thing. He's supposed to be his regular self.
Yeah.
His regular self.
Like even parts of MJ when he did Space Jam was animated. But we didn't give a shit then.
It was one part though.
And it was the part where he went to dunk and they stretched his arm out.
No, not even that. Wait. Was he animated when he was going down the rabbit hole?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was animated. But then we really didn't care. But now it's like, I don't know.
I believe you, Crypto, because you know what? I'm the same way, Crypto Media. I can't watch TV mainly because I'm always sitting there looking and saying, "There's the green screen. Oh my god, they didn't edit that good. Oh my god."
I mean, everybody's biggest gripe now is the new Mortal Kombat movie, which I haven't seen yet, but I have seen the old movie, and everybody's like, "Yo, it was good. I don't know what y'all expected. I mean, of course y'all expected the old shit, but then why didn't they just do that? Just more." My thing is, if you go,
Give us a Tekken. They could have given us Tekken.
oh my gosh, now that is something that you can stretch in like 7, 8 chapters.
Who would be Christy? Cardi B.
Yep.
She gonna have to learn some capoeira, girl.
She's gonna have to lose some weight. She's gonna have to do a little bit of, yeah.
I'm like, yo, if we went back to the basics, I think a lot of people would be. He says, question: who would King be?
I haven't played Tekken in a while, so I'm kind of
It
out of
would
loop
definitely
with
have to be somebody from WWE Universe or something. I don't see no Forrest Whitaker or someone like that playing that.
Forrest Whitaker. God dang it!
Just and then here's a little fun thing I learned. Again, TikTok. I got to get the fuck off of this app. Did you know that Anne Rice did not give them permission to make Queen of the Damned?
And they did it anyway.
Yeah. The girl put up a whole snippet of the interview, and she just was like, the character Akasha is not hers. She did not come up with Akasha. Akasha was never mentioned. What happened was the studio reached out to her to adapt, and she says, we already adapted one of my books to be Interview with the Vampire, of course, with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. And
Yeah.
what's her other face? So Hillary, whatever her face is. So she was basically saying that, when she says, this one movie I can't stand. I fought for them to not release this movie because it made absolutely no sense. All they did was they took her characters, Lestat and all these characters, and just bought like pretty much a hair nigga damn, let Aaliyah play Akasha. Like, I've been saying for such a long time, like I wrote an entire storyline for Akasha, but I didn't want to go and adapt anything out of respect for Anne Rice because she writes so much like beautiful novels. But when I found out that like Hollywood made up Akasha,
Said, fuck your feelings, fuck your adaptation. We're gonna adapt this.
I said, oh, so that means that I'm not offending Anne Rice. If anything, I would have given the storyline for Akasha a better storyline because all they made Akasha's character look like she was just like dick whipped, and it just didn't look right to me. I like Queen Akasha. You're telling me you're the queen of the damned, but you scurrying behind Lestat like a little hoe bag. Like that don't make no sense to me. So I'm gonna do some due diligence with that Akasha thing and
yet people gravitated towards it because it was Aaliyah. Oh, she acted the shit out that movie. Oh my gosh, she was so beautiful. Then everybody wants to be gothic and everybody wants to do Queen Akasha shit. And it's like, okay.
I honestly don't think Aaliyah actually sold she sold the Akasha character. I just think that if they would have did it the way that she wanted to do it, Aaliyah, because she had her own ideas of how Akasha should have been.
Right.
But what sold Queen of the Damned was the soundtrack, to be honest with you.
Oh yes, most
one
definitely.
of the best soundtracks I've heard in a very long time.
I mean, I do agree. Like, I have a friend who every time it comes on, she's watching it. Every time. Like, must have seen it 15 times. Knows it by heart. Knows all the music, the whole soundtrack. Like, but
I know the whole shit by heart.
I
said I know the whole EP, the whole mixtape by heart.
Let's see. A lot of this is a lot of rock.
Yes, it had Chester Bennington.
A lot of shit I've never heard of, but okay.
Right, Patrice. They don't do soundtracks no more like they did in the 90s. Yeah, and
I kind of liked when they did the Matrix soundtrack. I kind of liked that one a little bit.
I did too, because you know how back music videos that you always used to have a little clip of, like my favorite song from any soundtrack was Dance Tonight by Lucy Pearl. And they all showed like the little montages of the show, when you're just like, why did they pick that as a snippet? But it was cool.
Like, this has nothing to do with nothing, but
Yeah, that song Dance Tonight, Patrice.
I wanna dance tonight, dance tonight.
Dance Tonight. And then she go,
We can get it, yeah.
just a feel good record. Just a feel good record. Like, we don't have that no more.
We ain't got it no more.
We just need a movie. Yeah, we just need a movie with a good soundtrack.
And see, for us who like video games, for us who like to read, of course, when they adapt movies, we are always going to be those ones that say, you know, the movie didn't do it justice. We know that. Like, if you read the full version of The Color Purple, of course, the Hollywood version was not going to include everything. I didn't like it, but I accepted it, and I like the movie for what it is. Whoopi did her thing. And with video games, of course, they're not going to be anything like what we expect. I mean, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I do love the old Street Fighter movies, though.
What was the worst video game adaptation movie have you ever seen?
Super Mario Brothers. The absolute the fuck worst.
He said Assassin's Creed. Crypto Media.
I didn't see that.
I think the worst was Tomb Raider. I'm sorry.
Well, Angelina?
You
I
could
don't know.
just
I kind of like that one.
you could just see the strings, like when she was flipping.
Listen. You know, I won't go say nothing.
Crypto Media says they overdid it. They really did. They really did. They should have left that alone. Like, you think you could have given us Silent Hill or some shit.
That would have been a little too gory, because they gonna put all the.
Well,
this is rated X. Like,
I was definitely very, very upset about Resident Evil though, because
they got like what, 4 of those, right?
yeah, I just don't think, like, I just didn't like how they set it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the setup was all wrong. Like, we knew we were gonna see zombies and shit, but it's like the storyline just was annoying to me. I'm like, this chick is in every single sci-fi movie I have ever seen.
Was it Mila Jovovich?
Yeah, I'm like,
She was in The Fifth Element too, wasn't she?
yeah, I just kept getting The Fifth Element.
Big bada boom.
And she's just like, I am a zombie. Like, okay.
We got that.
I mean, how about
Next.
like adapt Parasite Eve or some shit?
Oh shit.
The most wackest game ever made is Parasite Eve.
That sounds like some put together by duct tape bullshit.
My mom really proudly came home with this $59.99 double disc ass game.
$59.99.
She says, "Oh, since you guys did good in school, I got you guys a game." I'm like, "Oh, she got us Grand Theft Auto." Yes. Hands us the fucking Blockbuster bag and open it. I was like, "What? Thanks." I go in the room with my brother. I sit there I was like, "What in the fuck is this?" And my brother's just play it and tell mommy you want it so we can get the next game. Let me tell you, I have wasted at least 3 months of Saturdays.
Oh no.
Trying to beat this game. And it was just annoying. It was almost like the book of Wind in the Door, just pointless. You ever read that book? Was that part of your It's like a triangle with bird feathers and a big ass eye, and this is what we're reading. This is what is going to make us graduate is a fucking animal thingy that talks to you but with no mouth. And kids that. But one book I would say that definitely disturbed me as a kid was The Giver, and I will never read that again. You don't remember The Giver?
We never read that one.
Oh, the Giver is fucked up. It's a real fucked up book. I just kept crying. I said, so they only allow 2 children per family. My teacher's like, yes. So boy and a girl, yes. So the mother's pregnant. Exactly. No. They're gonna kill it. But the older brother and the sister decide they want to save their little brother. They named him Gabriel. And they go and they take the baby and they run away with the baby, and they meet up with this dude who is like a watcher or seer called the Giver, and pretty much gets them to safety so that they don't have to worry about their little brother being killed, which was it was a cute story,
Yeah.
but it was equally fucked up because now that I look at the times that we were in, and I'm just like, what if they start telling people the world is too over? And this is the premise: the world is too overpopulated.
Mm-hmm.
They only allow 2 kids per family, and if you have more than 1 child, they kill the mother.
You gotta make the sacrifice. God damn.
Here
I
I
don't like
am,
that.
5th grade reading, right?
I don't like that.
And there is a movie. I just never seen it. My friends were like, if you really like the book, don't watch the movie. It's gonna really destroy you. I said I wasn't gonna watch it to begin with.
Right.
I felt like I was traumatized when I read this damn book.
Oh goodness. There's a game that I used to have for Nintendo 64. It was called Nightmare Creatures. I would never play this game in the dark. However, the older I got and the more I'm sitting here thinking about it, that's pretty much The Walking Dead.
Right.
And I love The Walking Dead. But yeah, that's pretty much what that is at this point. Because one of the characters had a crossbow, one had a gun, one had an axe. Going around killing zombies and shit.
Well, which TV show do you think that you've seen in your whole life had the worst series finale?
Sopranos definitely number 1. That shit pissed me the fuck off.
I'm still mad about that.
I'm pissed. Rest in peace to James Gandolfini, but I'm pissed. Of course, everybody comes up to their own conclusions. It's like, but how? I need closure. Let's see. New York Undercover kind of went kind of stupid for me. I didn't like that. They just ended up canceling that shit. I was like, yeah. After season 5, I no longer gave a shit. See, I like when sitcoms had the clean ending, when everybody moved the fuck out and you're just standing in an empty ass room, then you cut the lights off, and then you hear clean ending. I love it. Fresh Prince, Martin.
Everybody comes out and they all take a bow and
yeah, and crying and hugging each other. Like clean ending. I love it.
Right.
But yeah, no. Let's see. Why? I mean, and everybody just standing in an empty ass room talking about something.
Mm-hmm.
And walk out, and then it goes dark.
Yeah, that shit. For me, I've really sat and thought about this for a very, very long time.
And I've watched a lot of TV in my time, but
I narrowed it down to one show. Sons of Anarchy, you sons of bitches.
Oh my. Didn't they just cancel that? Like what happened? And then they came out with Mayans MC.
They Have you seen Sons of Anarchy?
1 episode.
Listen.
Very early on when it first popped off. Because everybody was talking about it.
I told my mom, I said, Mom, you really got to see Sons of Anarchy. I'm not watching that biker shit. Okay. Now, when she got 2 seasons in, she goes, do you think they're going to find out that the mom killed it? I'm like, oh, I thought you didn't like the biker shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that the woman, what's her face, that plays Peggy Bundy?
Katie Seagal?
Yes.
Yeah.
She is the reason why that show was so dope.
Yeah. I liked her character off rip. Like that was the one episode that I did see all of. Liked her character.
She's the typical mom that she is the only person that is allowed to hurt her son. And that toxic type of relationship, I think people really should get into it. But when I watched the whole thing from beginning to end, and that last episode, I was on the edge of my seat, maybe because I was pregnant, but I literally was like, look, I wrote an angry letter. Okay, I wrote an angry letter. I told them I didn't like that ending. It didn't do it justice. It shouldn't have went out that way. Crypto Media says reenaction of Battle Royale at least a solution for crime. Right. They fucked up. They didn't do a too good job with that. I'm coming.
Let's go ahead and get into these murals real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our second installment of badly painted murals.
Oh Lord.
Here we go. All right, let's go ahead and blow that up. Ladies and gentlemen, Derek, neither.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, no, that
Oh, hell no.
that is not. First of all,
That
his
is-
smile creeps me the hell out. Why is his teeth? Listen, I know I dog. Why are his two front teeth? And Derek Jeter's a nice looking guy. But dog, what's this right here? A grill? Get the whole top diamond in the bottom rose gold. Like, is this a grill? I need answers. And this, just all of these lines, just
those are laugh lines and sad lines.
oh my gosh, I'm scared. Oh my goodness! All right, here we go. Next.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Horrible. Like he looks like a fucking caricature.
Oh goodness. And then I understand, like I get the gesture, you put, J and Z as if we really couldn't tell by the nose and the lips of who this exactly was. But my dog, them teeth are actually perfect, by the way, because that's what his teeth actually look like. But
That don't look like Jay-Z.
this whole section right here,
No.
yeah, nah, that ain't quite.
Look like what's his face? Like that baseball player.
Don't say Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
Oh no. Kobe Bryant, ladies and gentlemen, rest in peace to Kobe. But I didn't think his nose was this wide.
No, he had a very thin nose.
Very bulbous right here.
They tried it.
They tried. A for effort.
That fade is dope though.
Yeah, and I like that lettering. Some dope shit.
They did a good job with everything else, but they just, the nose is wrong. 100% wrong.
Yeah, this kind of giving me Trey Songz a little bit.
Don't do Kobe like that, y'all.
And listen, that hey, look, hold on, wiping my eyes real quick. All right, next one, Mikey, MJ. Jesus.
No. I mean, I see it.
I see it.
But
This was the This Is It. That's when he was doing This Is It.
That wasn't Michael.
And then on top of that,
Patricia, that's a woman.
Big autograph. He wants to be proud of his work or her work. Graph.
No,
as detailed as your lettering was, why didn't you give Mike no detail? You just let Mike just.
That jacket is fire though.
Yeah, that jacket is nice. I like the detail on that. All right, let's see. Next one. Wham. Thriller Mike, I understand. But dog. What's this?
Everything is so wrong with this. His nose, the eyebrows are very wrong. And you know, Mike was very particular about his eyebrows.
He very much was.
This.
And that
What's up, art lover? Patrice, that is once again a woman. That is a woman.
Oh, Lord, my eye is burning. Okay, hang on a second. Y'all bear with me. All right, last one for the night. David Noe, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no. That is really bad.
Oh boy. So for those that really hadn't paid attention to David Bowie, he had one glass eye, I believe, or one very dilated pupil. I think his left eye was the affected eye, which I kind of sort of get. However, his eyes are way too close together here.
He looks like somebody was trying to make a sim character and came up with this.
Listen, we would not disrespect Ziggy Stardust like this, because this is the character that is painted here. This is Ziggy Stardust, but the cheekbones, like you're giving me alien cheeks right here, right up in there, and alien cheeks. But I like how he did the face paint though. I did like that. But this whole togetherness ain't it.
Crypto Media says the artist violated way too much.
Oh my gosh. Like, and I appreciate what he did with their hair. Like, I like what he did with their hair.
Everything is right, but the face.
But this, these.
The nose is if they were to fix the nose, then the face will come together.
Yeah. The nose is like the centerpiece of your face.
Like there's too much of a gap between the nose and the lips.
You know, my art teacher would have deducted major like ain't nobody's. I don't even know what the part of your face is called. This thing right here, that is way too long.
Yeah, he looks like.
Come on.
I don't know what to say about this.
Brother, this guy stinks.
This looks very bad. Thank you, Juwan, 313.
Yeah, but that, ladies and gentlemen, was this week's installment of badly painted murals.
Oh, that's bad.
That was awful. Ladies and gentlemen, we fucks with y'all. Of course, we got to give you another one of these because y'all rock with us. Another good old head nigga damn award because you didn't ask for it, but I'm giving it to you and it's free. So, you know, take it. It's just nice and shiny and shit. Yeah, check it out. Also, minxradio.com. Hit it up. Past current episodes of the Minx Show podcast. Hit that merch tab. Get you some Minx Mafia merch. And when you receive your merch, tag us. Let us know you got it as a thank you. You know what I'm saying? We'll shout you out and all that fun stuff. Follow us on our social medias, by the way. Minx is at Brewhall Bars on Instagram and Twitter. And she also has a OnlyFans. Ooh, you bagger. I'm on Instagram, 759_434. And I'm on Twitter at 7_5_9 beats VA. I want to change this so bad, but I don't because, you know, I'm not. Okay. If y'all would like to, don't shake your head at me. If you would like to donate to the RTIM show, please and thank you. All proceeds will go back to running Minx Radio, making sure that our content is, you know, up to par with y'all, making sure that everything is working smoothly, making sure that the websites are accessible and, you know, eye-catching. We want y'all to come and visit us on our websites and also on our social medias as well. Like I said, if you missed the visuals or the audio, or you want to, you know, go back to a certain clip, this audio feed will be available about 15-20 minutes depending on how good Minx's internet is, because she's running the Mixler app. So it would be up. I say give it maybe 20 minutes for her to upload, and also our video will be available for upload for rewatching on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yes,
I need to put that on there as well on the social media card. Our YouTube channel is called RTIM Show Channel. We don't have a www.rtim show at YouTube. Like we don't have that. We keep getting flagged, so we'll never get monetized, which is okay.
tell me about it.
Right. Oh goodness. And also, y'all can go ahead and go to that new industry movement on Telegraph. That's for y'all rabbit hole.
It's Telegram.
Telegram. Tell somebody, listen, this app is free on iOS and Android. It's called Telegraph.
Telegram.
Telegram. Tell your mama, listen, it doesn't matter. Just download it.
And if you guys do have Telegram, please, you have to disable the updates because Apple is talking about getting rid of Telegram.
Already?
Yeah. Too many woke people on that shit. You know how they do.
See?
They don't want us congregating. They don't want us, to do nothing. So just make sure you turn off the automatic updates of these apps. But also keep in mind that if you turn off those automatic updates, you then have to go through an extra step to delete an app, and that I found that out the hard way. So, at your own risk, as I say.
Also, artists, if you want to send music, we would definitely appreciate that. Submissions at minxradio.com. Please send us only one track or one video. We don't need a EP, LP, deluxe. We don't need a double disc. We don't need 15 tapes. We don't need none of that. Just one song. Lately, Minx has been finding some pretty good gems. So hopefully we can, put the music back in Rim Talking Indie Music Show.
Yes.
Without getting flagged. Because apparently we're getting flagged from shit that we did last year.
I'm getting flagged for shit that I did 2 years ago on Facebook.
Samesies. My first mix show on my DJ page. Still getting flagged for that. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's always Warner.
It's Warner, Sony, UMG. Yeah, them. This is unavailable in 15 countries. Well, yeah. If you would like to upload, so I'm just going to upload a whole mix show with no music. Okay, delete it. I don't care.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people are going to Mixcloud because of that.
Mixcloud and Twitch.
Mixcloud and Twitch is where it's at. You don't get flagged, and you build.
I wish y'all left Periscope up just for that reason. I wish y'all did that.
They messed up with the Periscope thing.
They messed up taking away Periscope. Damn it. But anyway, please call and check up on your loved ones. Let them know that you give a shit. You know what I mean? And, wear your mask, wash your ass, wear your sanitizer, wear your crucifix if that makes you comfortable. Just take care of yourselves. Be that ear, be that shoulder for someone who's having a rough time during this pandemic. And also, just having a rough time in general. You have some who are suicidal. You have kids who really need help. There is a mental health crisis going on top of the pandemic. So we need to, keep an eye on our kids, keep an eye on our family and our friends, and making sure that they're okay. You don't always have to give something, just give an ear or a shoulder to cry on, to vent, stuff like that. Also, if you are trying to abstain from drugs, alcohol, one day at a time. You know what I mean? Nobody's saying you have to quit cold turkey, because trust me, quitting cigarettes cold turkey was like the easiest shit I could have done. But boy, oh boy, I don't know if I could do it again. Like that was just. Oh, speaking of cigarettes though, so apparently on Twitter
next week.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that Monday. Yeah, y'all cigarette smokers might want to tune into this one because
Yep.
Yeah. So on that note, Minx, we got a track.
I'm actually tapped out of new music.
What?
Yeah, I went through the whole playlist already.
What? Yeah.
Everything else is just like beats, like instrumentals I came across, but I'll be hunting for that tonight for new music.
We ain't got no music. We gotta end the show. But anyway, we'll be back Monday at 7:15 for more random talk, more indie music, more foolery, fuckery, and all the shenanigans. That is the RTIM show. Shout out to our new followers on Caffeine. We fucks with y'all the long way. Please don't be a stranger to all of our friends and family. We love y'all. And we out this bitch. Until Monday. We out of here.